In 1965, at the Turin Motor Show, a car company unveiled something that stopped the entire show. Not a finished car, just a bare chassis. An engine mounted sideways, no body, no roof, no name. Orders started pouring in before the bodywork even existed. 3 engineers built it in secret. After hours, without their boss's permission, he found out at the motor show. Along with everyone else, this is the Lamborghini Miura. Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This one is the story of 3 young engineers who ignored their boss, broke every rule in the building, and accidentally invented the modern supercar. And the more you dig into this story, the more you realize that most of what's written about this car online is incomplete. Today, we're going to fix that. Ferruccio Lamborghini had one rule: no racing. No race cars, no exceptions. His factory in Sant'Agata Bolognese built elegant front-engined Grand Tourers, beautiful, fast, comfortable, gentlemen's cars. Ferruccio genuinely believed that racing was for idiots and road cars were for smart men. 3 of his engineers disagreed: John Paolo Dallara, 26 years old; Paolo Stanzani, 25; Bob Wallace, 24. They didn't argue with him. They didn't write proposals. They didn't ask for a meeting. They just waited until he left the building. After hours, lunch breaks, weekends, 3 engineers inside the factory of a man who would have fired them on the spot, building the most radical car ever conceived. The idea was simple and completely insane. Take the V12 engine. Turn it sideways, mount it behind the driver. No production road car had ever done it. Every Ferrari, every Aston Martin, every Bentley on the road had the engine up front and power to the rear. These 3 were going to flip the entire formula. They had no official budget, no official name, no official anything. And one detail that nobody thought to worry about: the gearbox and the engine shared the same oil sump. One pool of oil, doing 2 different jobs at once. Nobody thought this would matter. It would matter. They had no finished car, so they showed the bones. At Turin in 1965, Lamborghini unveiled just the chassis, engine, suspension, transmission, all of it mounted on a stand so every visitor could walk completely around it and see exactly what had been built. The Lamborghini stand became the single most visited spot at the entire show. People who had appointments elsewhere canceled them. Orders came in for a car with no body, no roof, and no name. Ferruccio Lamborghini looked at the crowd around his engineer's secret project and said yes. For the bodywork, Lamborghini turned to the design house Bertone. Bertone assigned the project to their youngest designer, a 27-year-old named Marcello Gandini. What Gandini drew became the most copied car design in history. An impossibly low nose, only possible because there was no engine sitting in it. Pop-up headlamps flush with the bodywork. Rear haunches that swelled wide over the back wheels and then pinched sharply back in at the tail. Every supercar you've ever looked at and thought was beautiful, it borrowed something from this. And when it went on sale, Frank Sinatra showed up to the factory personally. With a roll of boreskin he'd brought himself for his interior trim in person. Remember that single pool of oil we mentioned at the start, the one nobody thought would matter? At 150 miles per hour, it turned this car into a rolling time bomb. Metal shavings from the gearbox worked their way into the engine oil. The same oil that was supposed to keep the engine alive was now carrying debris through every moving part. Early Miuras needed a full oil change every 1,800 miles, and there was something else above 150 miles per hour. The front of the car went light. The nose lifted. With no engine weight over the front axle, there was nothing pressing the car into the road. Bob Wallace, The same Bob Wallace who built the car in secret fitted a front spoiler to fix it during testing. Lamborghini never offered it as a factory option. The fastest production car on Earth had a nose that wanted to fly. They sold it anyway. Ferruccio Lamborghini said no race cars, no racing, no exceptions. His 3 engineers built a car that forced Ferrari, after 5 years of refusing, to abandon front-engined production cars entirely. In 1971, Ferrari unveiled their first ever mid-engine production road car, a direct response to what 3 men in their 20s had built after hours in Sant'Agata. Eddie Van Halen bought a Miura and rigged microphones to the engine bay. He used the recording for the song Panama. Today, a Miura sells for between $1.5 and $2 million. And every supercar built in the last 60 years, every Ferrari, every McLaren, every Lamborghini, every mid-engined Corvette traces its layout directly back to 3 engineers who stayed late.
No,
Ferruccio Lamborghini told them not to build it. Good thing nobody was listening. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for the support. It genuinely means everything. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to listen on the go, we're on Spotify too. See you for the next one.